Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming to watch my second video. I obviously put the first one out, I made such a big deal of it. I plugged it at every opportunity on my Instagram, so I had to come back and do a second one. So here I am filming a second YouTube video. Thank you so much to everyone who watched the first one, who gave me nice comments. It honestly meant a lot. But yeah, for those that don't know me, my name is Jade and I do like healthy recipes over on Instagram, and I have started a YouTube channel to just show you guys like how easy it can be to create delicious recipes that help you reach your goals, and it's really not as hard as it looks. This time I've decided to do a meal prep with me. So today we are going to do meal prep breakfast, meal prep lunch, which can also be used for dinner, and a healthy snack recipe. So let's get started. So we are going to start today with some baked pesto chicken tacos. Baked tacos are so much easier than like tacos in the frying pan, much less faff, especially when you're cooking multiple portions. I made some chicken fajita baked tacos the other week. They are on my Instagram and they were honestly stunning, so I'm very excited to make another version. These can be eaten hot or cold and they only have a few ingredients. So to make the pesto chicken tacos we need tacos. Obviously I actually can't get tacos in a normal supermarket in Germany, so I'm going to make my own, but obviously if you can get like mini tortillas or tacos, that would be perfect. We obviously need some pesto. I'm using green today. We need some chicken. I have 600 grams. We need some like cream cheese, light cream cheese, Philadelphia Light. This is Aldi's version. We need some tomatoes. If you don't have those, it's not a big deal. We have some grated cheese. I use this kind of lighter version, and I'm going to stick some spinach in it because I have it there and I have to use it, but it is not essential. The first thing we are going to do is season the chicken breast, and I'm going to season with some pepper, some salt and some basil. I am going to pop the 2 chicken breasts into the air fryer at 200 degrees for around 20 to 25 minutes until cooked through. You can also put it in the oven for around 30 minutes, 30-35 minutes until cooked through at 200 degrees as well. So you can use the oven or the air fryer, but for quickness I am going to use the air fryer. So here I have some tomatoes. I have used around 200 to 250 grams of cherry tomatoes just chopped in half. Next up, I mean if you buy mini tortillas or you buy tacos, like soft tacos, then you won't need to do this, but if you can and you have some wraps, I'm going to show you how I make mine's taco size. I think we'll want 3, 6, 9, 12 wraps, so I have 12 here. You need a small plate or a mug or something like that, and you will need a sharp knife. And essentially I'm going to pop the plate in and I'm going to use the sharp knife to just cut around. And then you can just remove the outside, pop it aside, take the plate off, and you have nice taco size wraps. I will use the leftovers, so the outside edges I use for 1 pot tortilla lasagnas. I have like 3 or 4 flavours on my Instagram. Please don't waste the tortillas because that is just a waste of food. The chicken is ready. What I'm going to do now is take 2 forks and I'm literally just going to shred it. Just after I finish shredding the chicken, I preheated the oven to 180 degrees, so that's just heating up while we mix everything together. So chicken goes in the bowl along with the tomatoes. Then we have the pesto. So I've put 80 grams of pesto in. I'm also going to put 80 grams of the cream cheese. And now we are going to mix everything in here together. It looks stunning. It smells good. It looks good. I actually forgot I'm going to add the spinach, so probably about 60 grams of spinach. So you might need 2 trays for this, but I just have a baking tray. I have some baking paper, and then I'm just going to lie the tortillas, lie them out like this to try and kind of make as much space as possible because we will be folding them over. I'm just going to place some of the chicken and spinach onto each, making sure we get some tomatoes, some chicken. You don't want to fill them too much, otherwise they're just difficult to eat. So now I am going to weigh out the cheese. For these 6 I'm going to put I think 90 grams. If you want to make it like lower in calories, just put 10 grams per one, so make it 60 grams for the first 6. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold them over like so. The last thing I'm going to do is just give them a spray with some olive oil. That'll just make them nice and crispy. I'm going to pop this one in the oven while I make the other ones. It should only take me a couple of minutes. Repeat the exact same for the next 6 tacos and then we'll pop them in the oven properly. Both sets of tacos are in and I'm going to put them in for 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius on the fan. And yeah, after 10 minutes the cheese should be melted, they should be nice, crispy and golden and ready to pop in some Tupperware. And then we'll go on to the next recipe. So the tacos are ready, I'm going to show you them. They look so good. These can be eaten hot or cold, and we're going to let them cool for a bit and then we're going to pop them in the tubs ready to go to the office. So recipe 2 is our breakfast recipe. I asked on my Instagram stories a few weeks ago if people preferred savoury or sweet recipes. I mean, obviously there was some votes for both, but the majority said savoury, and it's not easy to make a savoury breakfast that you can eat on the go or take into work. So I'm going to show you my go-to recipe. I'm going to make 2 portions today because I'm in the office Monday and Tuesday this week. So yeah, let's go. So all you're going to need for this recipe is some bacon. Again, Germany doesn't really do normal bacon, so I would use bacon medallions if I was in the UK or somewhere where you can get them. I have this kind of different kind of bacon. 4 eggs. These flatbread sandwich, I get them from Aldi. I know you can get them in Aldi in the UK as well. They are around 100 odd calories per one. And then some salt and pepper. And the last thing I would say is get yourself some sauce. So this honestly is a game changer when it comes to making my reheated eggs taste good. I use Nando's sweet chili jam. You can use sriracha mayo, sriracha, tomato sauce, any sauce that you like. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut our bacon medallions. If the bacon's thin enough, you can literally just break it up. As I said, I don't have bacon medallions. This bacon that I've got is a lot thinner. It's a lot easier to cut. But if I had bacon medallions, they are higher protein. They have less fat in them, so use them. The macros that I show will be for bacon medallions as well. Next step is to just mix the eggs together. Crack the eggs in. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then I'm going to use some pepper and some chili salt. To start off the breakfast, we are literally just going to spray a non-stick pan, and as we do that we just need to add the bacon bits, and we're simply just going to fry them off until they're browned. Okay, so once they are fried off, we just add our egg in and turn the heat down to medium. And essentially all we're going to do is we're going to cook it like a kind of omelette style, and then we're going to cut it in half, and yeah, that's it ready. Now to quickly just finish the preparation for these omelette flatbready things. I have 2 of these flatbreads. Now you could use anything. You could use pitas, you could use bagels. Probably wouldn't recommend bread, but you could have bread. You could have wraps, but for now I'm using these kind of flatbread sandwiches, and I'm going to pop some Nando's jam on them. I close them over and I literally just put them in the tub like that. So when I get to work, I put this in the microwave for about 45 seconds to 1 minute, and I simply just put the egg bit inside the flatbread and I eat it like that. And it's super easy, convenient. You can obviously eat it cold if you prefer, but if you've got access to a microwave, I would recommend microwaving for 1 minute, popping it in a flatbread and enjoy. Last but not least, we are going to prep some snacks for the week. You can obviously have protein bars all week, but I do prefer to make something. Protein bars are expensive, they're not the tastiest all the time, and what I'm going to make is absolutely delicious. It is my go-to banana bread recipe. This time I'm going to do it raspberry and Biscoff flavour. I'm going to make it in muffin form so that it's easier to take away and carry around, and yeah, I'm going to show you how I make it. I preheated the oven to 180 degrees on fan. Get yourself a bowl and we're going to put all the ingredients together. So for today's recipe, you're going to need some ripe bananas, around 2. You're going to need some plain flour, some whey protein powder. I always use vanilla. You could use, if you've got speculoos / Biscoff flavour or caramel, that would work too. I have some margarine or any form of butter that you have, but this is essentially Flora Light. We have some baking powder, some castor sugar, frozen raspberries, Biscoff biscuits. I have some unsweetened almond milk. You can use any milk you want, and then some Biscoff spread, of course. I have this kind of saucy one, but you can use normal Biscoff spread as well. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mash my banana. You need around 2 medium bananas. Mine's are really small, so I'm going to use 2.5. Ideally, the riper the better. Now I have melted some of the butter or margarine in the microwave literally for like 15 seconds, and now I'm going to pour it in. Just mix the banana and that together. So we want 40 grams of sugar and mix that together. and set aside. Now I am going to take a bowl and I'm going to add the protein powder, so 50 grams of protein powder, 90 grams of flour, and then around 1 teaspoonful of baking powder, and then I'm going to sieve all that into the bowl. So I'm going to take a jug and pop 50 millilitres of milk in just to break it up a bit, and then again we are just going to mix everything together. Last step is to pop some frozen raspberries in, so that's 80 grams of frozen raspberries. Just mix those in and it's ready to go in the cupcake cases. Okay, so I have 8 cupcake cases ready to go. They're silicone cases, it just means that you can easily get them in and out and it shouldn't stick. So I'm literally just going to spoonful some of this banana bread ingredients into each one. And then we literally just want to add like 5 grams of Biscoff spread to each one. And the last thing I'm going to do is take 2 Biscoff biscuits and I'm literally just going to crumble them on top. So they are done. I'm going to pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes and then they should be finished. So the muffins are done. There we go. So they were about 17 minutes. I tried them at 15. They were a bit soft in the middle, so I popped them in for another. Don't do that at home, you'll burn your tongue. Just going to cut into one and see what they look like. Oh my god. They look so soft and moist. Yeah, I'll let them cool for a bit and then I'm going to try one. So 2.5 hours later and we are done. You could probably do it faster because I had to faff about with equipment and cameras and things like that. But even if it does take you 2.5–3 hours, it is so worth it to set you up for like half of the week, if not the full week. We have made 2 breakfasts, 4 lunches and 8 snacks for the week that are all healthy, high protein and absolutely delicious. Just because you're on the go or in the office does absolutely not mean you need to sacrifice on health or on flavour at all whatsoever. So I hope that this video showed you, whether you just make the breakfast, just the lunch or just snacks, or whether you give all 3 a go, I hope that you enjoy them and I hope that this brought you some inspiration. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, if you like it please like and subscribe to my channel, and if you don't have me on Instagram please follow. I will put my handle up there. And I hope you have a great week. See you soon.